Gamers, what's up? Today we're going to go over Season 12, the tactics that we should use in our encounters, and just kind of a brief overview of some of the changes. But first, if this is your first time here, please do us a favor, like and subscribe below. It really helps the YouTube algorithm out. So, first off, there's some elimination changes and challenge reroll changes. I'm just going to kind of briefly touch on these. I'm not a big elim player. When I do have time to play, I'm going to play what I enjoy most, which is the encounters. But they have a new ticketing system that you can basically, there's 5 preset loadouts, and you can avoid getting the worst by using crowns, the currency in the game. They're like 3 gold crowns a piece. I played like 5 elimination rounds just to try it out here this weekend. To be honest, I didn't really see anybody buying anything or buying, the increase to the challenge rewards. To the elimination rewards. So the games I played, it kind of just felt like regular elimination on a new map, which was cool. But I'm not a big elimination player either. So, if you guys want to see more of that, let me know. I'll try it out. But it's just not really what I play this game for. They did change, the whole crown piece to buy the preset loadout. It's kind of, a derivative of the original, like CSGO, when you would do a couple rounds and gain money to buy better loadouts, or like Rogue Company does that now as well. So I'm not opposed to it. I think it's kind of cool. It's a new, unique change, but it's just not really my game mode. So what I really want to talk about, though, is the tactics for Season 12. So, when you first get in, it feels like, man, the loot's gone. The loot's not gone. It's just been redistributed throughout the map. And, of course, with everything here, we always provide visual aids to go with the points that we try to make. So I'll show that, and I'll also show LMGs are extremely viable now, no matter what it is, even if it's just the base LMG. Either the common or uncommon LMGs are really good now. But then, of course, you go to the blue and the purple and the gold, they even get better with each one. So first we'll go over the loot distribution reapplication. As you can see here, we spawn in, it's Fisk, nighttime. You can see where we're at, just below like the village down at the bottom, where there's always some good loot. And I'm just going to show you here a spot that we pop up to, the deer feeder. I mean, how many times have we passed this deer feeder basically since the original, since your first like 20 matches, you basically stopped going to these because there's just nothing there. Well, now that's different. Blue container, 2 guns. I'm going to show you why this is important, because it's going to change how you play the game. So as you can see there, I mean, when's the last time you actually had somebody come 2 people go up a deer feeder? It's been a long time. So with the redistribution, it kind of changes how you play. So the loot's everywhere now. It's definitely less pronounced in the in the POIs, which is different. Like my first game, when after the update, I did just a standard run. Like, all right, it was Grandtime Valley. I got the barred house, got a kill, looted the barred house or the safe, and got out. Which is a normal good encounter for for the average player. You go in, you get 1 kill, and you loot the POI. But when I got out, like I had mostly, which was cool, I had mostly gold weapon parts in the safe. But at the same time, it's like, my XP was like 2100 with a kill. It's like, wow, that doesn't feel right. So you really have, it forces players with the new loot distribution to really travel the map. But the cool thing about it, which brings back the, the fond memories of when you first started playing and you were just basically crouch walking everywhere, there's literally chances to get encounters everywhere. So it's a new way to play the game with that old nostalgic feeling. I personally enjoy it. There are a few things I would like to see, maybe an XP buff on, on the things that you do. Like if you get a kill, maybe worth 500 XP instead of 300, because a traditional average gamer that's going to come in and play 3 rounds a week is going to go in, get a kill, loot the bard or loot the time save or whatever, and then get out. And the XP is nominal. So it's going to take you forever to go up the battle pass. unless you're really grinding hard for it. So I think there's some fine tuning that could really help standard players out. But overall, I like it because literally encounters can happen everywhere. Next, this is the machine guns. So I already hit time save, but I haven't actually looted the safe yet. As you can see there, I get the kill. And this is why this is important. Sorry, it's not pausing. Why it's important, because it's a green machine gun that's shooting at me, and he could have done some real damage, and now that gun's actually controllable compared to what it used to be. And it goes across the board. All the machine guns, they're all really viable now. So it's important to really, when you're running around, encounters can happen anywhere, so make sure your wiggle is good. It's probably the most important part of this is you got to be vigilant at all times. You got to make sure that your fingers are moving, that your body, your player character is moving, because literally people can be behind doors shooting you at any time, at anywhere, because even automobiles now, which nobody ever hit because of the car alarms, they're all viable. You're going to get electronics out of them. So if you're searching for electronics, I've gotten jammers, I've gotten mortar strikes out of regular cars now, since the season 12 update. So the loot is there. You just have to put yourself in a little bit more risk. You have to take yourself a little bit out of the comfort zone of crawling around the map to find it. And that's okay. It's going to make you feel more confident when you do get in these engagements, because you're constantly moving. If you're practicing the wiggle, you're going to be fine. I promise you that. So those are the kind of the topics I wanted to bring up. Again, loot is everywhere, so always be on guard. I even put on here, like when you first play each encounter like it's your first time. You remember that feeling it invoked of crawling around and just being nervous because you didn't know where everything was. That's what this is doing, and I like it. It really brings back some nostalgic feelings, and it makes me enjoy my time in Outlands even more in the encounters. And LMGs are deadly. Even the most common ones are. The M63 or whatever it is, the green one that shoots at like 500, its rate of fire is like 550. That thing is deadly. It'll shred somebody, and it's like the machine gun that's used the least. And all of these LMGs are amazing now. So I'm sure they'll get nerfed in the future. They might go and add some additional recoil just to rebalance it. They might not, though. I like it because this gives some pretty viable guns that are pretty easy to obtain for early players, and I would like to see early players have an easier time in this game, so they'll stick around, spend money, which will then in turn have Bohemia dedicate more human capital to even making this game even better than it already is. So those are my points. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Like I said, do us a favor, like and subscribe below. Leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if there's anything else you would like to see. But till next time, gamers, stay safe, and we'll see you later.